privilege and my honor to speak to you on behalf of the living earth, the images that we just saw move us so powerfully. The Sacred Earth Advocacy Network, a Women's Earth Alliance, is a pro bono legal, policy, and business advocacy network that's dedicated to working in strategic collaboration with indigenous women environmental leaders in North America who are working to defend their sacred lands and their communities from the dirty energy life cycle, from mining to fuel development and energy production, to waste dumping, to climate-related imbalance. Women's Earth Alliance is building a movement, a diverse movement of talented and skilled advocates who are able to bring their resources and their experiences to bear on these pressing concerns. Many of our advocates are in the room tonight, and I want to thank all of you for your powerful contributions. I wish I could acknowledge each one, but there are some brilliant, dedicated people in this room, and I hope that you'll get to speak with them. In our first year, last year, I stood up here and spoke to you about the Advocacy Network as a vision, and now it's a reality, and it's full of life. And I'm really delighted to report to you that in our first year, we've enabled Indigenous women leaders from 10 environmental justice campaigns throughout North America to access crucial advocacy resources that would otherwise be unavailable because of financial constraints or isolation. One of our advocates is engaged in full-fledged litigation on behalf of Kaliit Sisk Franco and the Winnemem-Wintu tribe of Northern California as they work to defend their sacred river from the expansion of a power generating facility that would interfere with water flows and salmon population, where salmon and people are kin. Our advocates provided a rapid response policy analysis for significant federal legislation that proposes to open Indian land to unregulated oil and gas exploration. And because of the work of our advocates, the leaders in the Environmental Awareness Committee of the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara Nation in North Dakota, Jody White and Candy Mossett, were able to lift their voices and step forward to meaningfully participate in the legislative process. And advocates from Dominican University are working with Wahala Johns, Ine Begay, and Nikki Alex of the Navajo Green Economy Coalition as the coalition makes an unprecedented push for renewables development on tribal land in Navajo Nation. And our advocates are working to put together a comprehensive business development strategy in allegiance with them. A key feature of our advocacy network are our advocacy delegations. And these are opportunities for women from the advocacy community across a broad spectrum, from environmental attorneys to human rights advocates to green business experts, to unite with Indigenous women leaders in their home communities for in-depth learning about these deep environmental challenges facing Native American nations, as well as truly deep witnessing as to how impacts to lands that are held sacred to Indigenous peoples, those impacts affect and implicate all of us. There's no boundary on the sacred earth, and women who participate in these advocacy delegations really understand that from the front lines. We just returned from a May 2010 delegation defending sacred places in the Southwest, and several of the delegates are here tonight. And in the fall, we'll return to Northern Arizona to meet with leaders in the Navajo Nation who are working on green energy for promoting a green economy in the Navajo Nation delegation. In the face of peak oil and the climate crisis, Indigenous women in North America are leading the way towards sustainable resource use, economic and social justice, and a balanced relationship with the living Mother Earth. And Women's Earth Alliance is honored to stand in alliance and in solidarity with these incredible women by mobilizing advocacy resources that can stop harmful development projects and that can promote sustainable energy policy and the protection of sacred places. So on behalf of all of this network and on behalf of the Mother Earth, I thank you so much for your support and for being with us tonight.